Hey, if you click this video, chances are you've heard this sound. If you guessed noises from a phone, glass of water, and Minecraft, then you would be correct. But you would also be correct to say bad apple. Now, what does Epstein files and Russian Civil War have in common with bad apple? Nothing, except if it exists, you can play bad apple on it, much like Doom, where if it has a screen, it can run Doom. Now the question is, where did bad apple come from? How did it become so popular? And why is it remixed and recreated in what seems like infinity ways? Well, bad apple, like a weird amount of J-pop, has this upbeat, catchy melody. But if you actually read the lyrics, it's a dark story about depression, self-worth, and disconnecting from society, of which is largely believed to be a reflection on NEET, standing for not in education, employment, or training. And in the lyrics, you can find a deeper meaning. For the most part, it largely has to do with yin and yang, hence the shadow art. More on that later. But my interpretation of it is that the darkness is the unique individuality they have as a person, but it's sad as they can't fit in with social norms. And the light is the idea of them having to remove their sense of individuality to fit in, and in the end, choose apathy. Of course, as art, bad apple has many valid interpretations. Now, would it surprise you to hear that the popular Bad Apple song is a remix of a song from a game's OST known as Toho Lotus Land Story, and that there is an uncut version that, unlike other phantoms, have you believe does in fact exist? It all started when the original creator Zune, who composed the original song and creator of the game, had created Bad Apple, but described it as a weird experiment where the rhythm pops off. Now, Zune, being a chill guy, was a cool supportive of the fan communities for Toho, and just had a few guidelines to follow. The community passion was then seen in the form of a dream team. We have Toho-affiliated doujin club Alströmeria Records, of which used two identifiable sections from original song, Mu, whose storyboard laid the foundation, and Anira, who had animated it with the famous shadow art we see today. To this day, we have passionate Toho or Bad Apple fans, because at this point, Bad Apple has a fan base of its own, making new remixes or versions that spun off Anira's version. You can see the passion in events like r/place, a live event taken during 2023, nearly 14 years later. The idea is, a pixel can be placed by a user, and the insane thing is, during the event, the entire Bad Apple was animated. Okay, that's cool and all, but how does the shadow art play into all of this? Well, the thing is, Anira version used shadow art as a way to play into the themes of yin and yang, of which directly ties in with Toho itself, also playing into the light and dark message. Only in hindsight does this artistic choice show how peak it is, in that a two-tone gives it accessibility to be remixed on anything that has at least two colors. If you stayed to this point, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And with that out of the way, let's talk about the uncut version. It is based off the original storyboard that Mu created and even came before the famous Anira version, but it's considered lost media that, with Anira permission through a source from Mikopedia, to then be used for concerts performed by Alströmeria Records. Fans then went ahead and recreated it with concert footage and the storyboard, of which has given satisfying results.